Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Empire Total War Darthmod. We're playing on the definitive edition of the game. This is episode 4 of my French series. Here today, we're going to be continuing on our war with the Austrians. I've sent Claude de Villars and Jerome Formont to strike against the Austrians at their capital. Also, we're going to be focusing on the Cherokee nations as well in the Americas with my other armies. So, if you like the sound of that, feel free to leave the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on. Let me know in the comments feedback and suggestions for the series and where you'd like me to expand and conquer. Feedback and suggestions are welcome. If you don't like me or Empire and want to see another strategy game, feel free to leave a dislike. We've got Philippe, and we've also got Kamal de Houston. Houston shall have Houston. How about that? Rolls off the tongue quite well. We've liberated the United States in the series. We've knocked out Portugal. We knocked out Württemberg in the last episode. We've also knocked out Great Britain and Portugal. And when we declared war upon Württemberg in the last episode, the Austrians made the decision to war deck us. I wasn't sort of keen to go to war with the Austrians, but it looks like we're going to destroy them 100 years before Napoleon had the opportunity. So Maximus Ritter has come out here against the Austrians. So we want to push for Vienna as quickly as possible. We have just under 10,000 French conscripts, mostly made up of artillery, cavalry, and fresh line recruits. Let's get stuck into the Austrians here today. So we took Württemberg in the last episode. We pushed upon the initiative and took the neutral German state of Bavaria with ease. But we need to secure our continental holdings. We're playing as Louis XIV still, the Sun King incarnate. But the main objective of this series is to forge a grand French colonial monarchical empire. And, yeah, colonial as well. We've got Canada and most of, so like the northern Midwest under our control. We're going to be pushing south here today against the Cherokee nations. We got rid of the traditional, you could say, Iroquois territory. But Georgia, Florida, Kentucky still is occupied under savages' control. But we're going to be going against the Austrians here. Now, no side has really conquered Central to Eastern Europe just yet. Sweden nor Russia have overly expanded, but the Ottomans have encroached into Austrian territory and they've traded back and forth. Prussia still seems to be building up, but with French, Dutch, and Austrian influences, Prussia isn't a big, proud German state just yet. Because the Dutch have influences in Hanover and in Cologne. Yeah, the Dutch actually own Cologne, which is interesting. We'll move up because they have 4 reinforcing armies, so we'll try and take advantage of their disorganization. We're fighting in winter once more. I'm sick of fighting in winter in Germanic lands. My artillery should be able to take out that unit there. We'll push up our cavalry as well. We've only got 3 units of cavalry here because we're still continuing and pushing upon the Württemberg initiative, and we haven't had a chance to fully replenish the cavalry we lost in that fight. That was a really good fight. I do recommend watching the French conquest of Württemberg. But once we sort of subdue the Austrians, I have no ill will against them. I don't want to get sort of drawn too far eastward because we can sort of get stuck in that eastern bloc. If we can take the capital, take Vienna, I might be happy to peace out with them. Maybe we could take Hungary as well. Because they are at war with a lot of enemies compared to me. I think they just were sort of, they didn't like the French sphere of influence going into Germany. Threatening German speakers. And Protestants, probably. Are they Protestant? I don't think they are. I think they're Catholic. The Austrians. But they're moving some lancers up here. Now, the Germans are going to have far superior infantry than the likes of the Italians and some Spaniards and stuff. German ingenuity. Well, Austrian ingenuity, that is. is at a height in this time period, and we've got to be wary of it. Okay, they're now pulling there, which is fine. They're sending cavalry out. My artillery should be able to do work against them. And they're sending them up there. That's fine. Yeah. But once we sort of subdue the Austrians here today, let me know in the comments where I should expand and conquer. The Americas are sort of self-explanatory, but maybe going against the Dutch could be a play, because it's not, they don't just own the Netherlands. They have taken a quite aggressive territory, taking Cologne in the Rhineland. They've also taken out the Spanish occupation of Brussels. So they seem to just be sort of charging centrally here with their cavalry, while my infantry was disorganized. They're charging in quite well here. I want to try and get some volleys off before I make square. Alright, so they're now routing, which is fine. And they're slowly drippling in their infantry. If we can defeat these armies, Vienna will be ours for the taking. And then we've sort of got this Alpine French region for now. Also, there's still on the table that we can become a republic. We do need to let Paris rebel, though. Okay, their infantry's starting to come up here. Let's allow my artillery to try and focus and disperse some of it. But our regiment militia here are doing alright. But it's the Hungarian hussars that are tearing through us here. Even though they're not Austro-Hungary at the moment, they still have a lot of Eastern influences. But Poland, my ally, seems to be massively on the back foot. I would have loved to maybe ally with Russia, but that doesn't seem to work. We'll make sure that the artillery doesn't get deployed for the Austrians. My 5th French Lancers now are going to make quick work of the artillery trying to form up. They do have cavalry supremacy, and they're doing pretty decently through the center. We just have to sort of hold and swing around. Keep an eye on protection of my general, but allow the cavalry to swing around and pull in. Okay, so the 17th Regiment of Foot Line Infantry. Can push and fire up here. Make sure you pick your targets well, lads. We've got some Albanian warband here fighting, because they do have sort of, yeah, they have sort of Illyrian Croatian territory sort of down that way, so maybe they've got some Serbian and Balkan sort of conscripts there. Alright, my cavalry's destroyed one unit of artillery, but they seem to be protecting their other artillery with their cavalry quite well. Yeah, they're intertwining it along with another unit back there, so that artillery piece is probably secure. The 10th Light Horse of the Hungarian Austrian Durchschrift are doing well. We might need to... yeah, they're giving chase to that, so if we grab a couple more of these guys, just try and angle this a bit better. Alright, make a couple of lines and face them properly. We are going to win here today, but those... I'd actually love to get some Austro-Hungarian cavalry. The French, especially in Napoleon's reign, heavily relied on Polish cavalry. There's that crazy story in the Peninsular War where that Polish cavalry charged 3 sets of bunkered down artillery against the Spanish. I can't remember the battle off the top of my head, but I just remember the quote from Napoleon was like, "Oh, you are my bravest cavalry," and these Polish crazy motherfuckers just charging this rank. My 9th Regiment Royals are doing well here, and the 7th there's pushing there. So that artillery piece is now opened up. We'll send our cavalry up and around. But they've charged me head on here, and we've done alright. So, now that we're sort of trading back and forth, we have the numbers, we have the chevrons, we have the musket experience on them, even if they have the difficulty and the charge range. My muskets should be able to fire and disperse them quite easily. They're a little bit thin there. from cavalry infighting, but that's okay. You can swing around here and try and wrap around them. We'll get a couple of venomous volleys off against their infantry, but the rest can pull here. We'll try and neutralize that artillery unit, and we'll try and push further towards the front. I might have to get my guys to halt. We'll push against the 3rd Grenadier. We haven't got the tech yet to get the sort of late to tier 3. We haven't got the finances just yet to get those. So we'll eventually get Grenadiers. We'll eventually get elite styled muskets. You've got to be careful here, Lancers. Oh, they're dodging artillery fire. That was a close one. Oh, have they seriously formed up like that? Quickly turn, quickly turn, quickly turn. Alright, you push down in here because we're starting to blob them. I'm surprised that they managed to form up. My artillery that I haven't paid attention to on the far left here has neutralised that artillery piece. They might have got 1 or 2 shots off. Yep. Yeah, hit the 10th light horse. Hit the 10th light horse. The hussars are coming back in. Come on, just shoot it. You don't need to fire by rank or fire in a synchronization. Just shoot. Fire it well. There we go. Take those guys off their horse. Now the Austrian force is in a full retreat. Hey, victory. Let's run down the remaining stragglers. Alright, let's end that one there. Maximus has fallen. So it was a close one, not unsurprising. A couple of those charges did catch me a bit. I was sort of... even though we outnumbered them 4 to 1, that cavalry did quite well. We lost about 1,000 of ours. But we should be able to push and take Vienna here now. I have no ill will against the Austrians. They declared war upon me. Once again getting war decked on. I've been getting ganged up a lot on this series, but French ingenuity will prevail. Okay, let's end the turn and continue. I'm just curious to see how the Austrians react. So, their armies pushed further north near Berlin and Dresden. Prussia wants a trade agreement. I'd love an alliance, but that probably isn't going to happen because they are occupying... Oh, okay, so is that... Wow, really? So Poland occupies West Prussia. The Mughals want to go. Are you kidding me, man? Oh, they are allied with Austria. Poland refused once again. Oh, come off it. Whoa, what? No way. So the Mughals are going to take my Indian territory. That's understandable, but they've landed 4,500... Muslims in Lisbon, Portugal. What? The Mughals are going to take their first piece of European territory. I've never seen that. It's like they want the caliphate back in Iberia. What is this nonsense? So Portugal has fallen to the Mughals. Oh, maybe the Spanish should sort of help us out with that. Oh, we actually broke our alliance with Poland. Oh, okay. So be it. Getting some more ships on the right. So, I don't believe that. So, we'll siege out Vienna for now. Man, the AI's been so hostile and aggressive towards me. Like, in the sense that I personally like in Total War to take my time, build up, and push in offensive wars, rather than defensive. I feel like I've been fighting defensive wars so much in this. They're refused, and subsequently, Vienna will burn. I know we're just around the corner of Hungary, but I am tempted to peace out and get a payment from them. We've taken their capital. If we go any further, they might get sort of angry. So, a trade agreement, 4.3, for peace with King Leopold. I'm going to accept it. They want us 4.3. Whatever. Alright. And Vienna is now under French control. Bohemia, Prague, because we have to deal with them. Oh, there's like 4 stacks in the south. I might have to send some forces over, because we're still dealing with the Cherokee. They did push up into Iroquois territory trying to liberate their native Indian brothers, but that didn't work. So you pull here, and we'll rotate with this. So we've still got 2 full stacks operating in the Americas, 2 more in Europe. Okay, so we'll hold there for now. Yeah, so Austrian's Catholic, so that actually works out alright. Alright, you fall back here. We need another army. Man, oh man, look how many armies they've got. I have never seen that. So what's happened in India is that because of the British power vacuum that was left open, the Marathas fell pretty much, and the Mughals rule India now, and they're like, damn it, I guess because the Ottomans are doing well as well. Do they want peace? Man, oh man, they might actually take Iberia. Dude, if they take Spain, that might actually work out well for me. But I've never seen the Mughals invade Europe in countless times. What is this? No, I don't want a military alliance with Dagestan. Get out of here, Khabib Nurmagomedov and your ancestors. Get out of here. Right, let's deal with the Cherokee. My god, these Mughals. So, Louis, Joseph Nullet against 5,000. Yeah, we're not going to stand a chance against that. So, we've officially lost our Indian territory. Okay, the Cherokee are coming up against us here. That's alright. As we push to try and seize the state of Kentucky, Georgia, and Florida. So that army's now gone. That was a raiding party that hit Niagara at one point. The Barbary State wants to want peace. No, thank you. Because it gives bad relations around the world. Okay, so we've got 2 full stacks pushing down to Iberia as we need to retake Portugal. I've got armies being constructed in Paris and France, but Portugal, they still don't want peace. Like, if I can peace out with you, I can get down there and then go against them. But it looks like they're fighting with the Spanish. They've increased their garrison in Gibraltar there. Okay, in the Americas now, let's push towards the Cherokee territory of Kentucky. And we'll essentially allow the United States to have the East Coast while we sort of take the Midwest to Western part. Let's do a quick save and a hard save, and let's take Kentucky. Alright, so we've taken the state of Kentucky now. We'll repair it and unite it next to Louisiana where we can, and we'll bring my spy further to scout ahead. We'll replenish and repair where we can. Let's continue on. Okay guys, welcome to the top of the turn. We're still continuing the initiative against the Cherokee. We've taken Kentucky. Now we're going to be pushing towards Cherokee territory again. Okay, so if I leave a couple units there, we should be able to bring them out and give us an over-resounding auto-resolve. Okay. They just have the numbers on it. They've refused once again. I am a merciful king, Louis XIV. And now we've taken this Cherokee territory. So they mustn't have many more now. Down in the south. Savannah, Georgia. St. Augustine in Florida. But the states hold... Yeah, so we have Louisiana. I don't know what does this. We have Lower Louisiana now. It tends to go back and forth. Because Louisiana were our protectorate. But it just randomly does it. It's so weird. Yeah, so now we occupy and control Upper Louisiana. Good. I don't want them to be my protectorate. I'd rather control their territory, if anything. Charleston, the Carolinas, is under states' control. No. So, we'll send the French army now to Madrid. The French go over the Pyrenees 100 years early. I guess. What, did Napoleon invade the peninsula? And 1804 to 12 or something. Right. In the States, we're still trying to continue on our Cherokee expansion. We'll push down to Georgia and Florida. We'll send Philip. And what is his name? Claude or whatever his name is. And yeah, we'll leave you there for now. Or if we were to get you out, we'll maybe exempt you from tax. Just because they're religious and repression buffs. We might have to leave you there. The pirates are annoying me here. I might have to throw them out. I still will and want to do the strat of putting slops in all my ports to protect trade. But we just don't have the financial capacity just yet. We're still dealing militarily. Yeah. It's a shame we lost that Indian territory, but so be it. Whoa, there's a huge army there. Oh, they're actually going for Gibraltar now. Okay, so we've pushed into the United States territory. Right, you can push further up here to Rendezvous, you could say. It's a French campaign. Rendezvous. Get out of here. Rendezvous. In Cherokee territory. And we'll allow this to push for Savannah, Georgia, before the States occupy it. And they refused. Alright, let's do a quick save and a hard save. Because Darthmod, even though it's old, it is a little bit prone to crashes. Georgia is now under French control. And then we'll take Florida. That swamp nest they call a state. Right, they can hold there. Or snake nest or whatever. Alright. Yes, I know. The stories of the anacondas in the Everglades has reached Australia. I heard you guys got a worse snake problem than us now. We'll be able to push to St. Augustine now. Oh, we're not favoured to win that one. I know we've been numerically depleted, but I thought the firepower might be able to bring us through this one. Now, we're going to need reinforcements. Oh, we can turn off the tack. We turned off the tax. We can turn it back on now, alright. Oh, the Mughals are blocking my port in France. Claude de Villiers can push over, but unless you've traded heavily with the Mughals, the Spanish, the Mughals should have at least 3-4 stacks. I'm blown away. They're sending diplomats as well. Mughals have seized the port of Normandy. The Spanish have been attacked here by 7,000 Mughals, and they want me to come in and help them. Look, as much as that'd be a cool fight, I'm not going to take it, because if the Mughals can take Madrid, we will have cause to march into the streets of Madrid. Hala Madrid, vive la France. I don't believe this. There are so many Mughal forces here. Like, since when do they invade Iberia? It really invokes the reconquest, the Reconquista of Iberia. Because look at this, it actually burns all of it. I can see like 7 spots. So we'll move Claude and we'll move Philippe to Portugal, because we can take that back, because that was ours. But the Mughals have a stack in the north. I've got a stack here in Austria defending, because I trust the Austrians not at all. The Prussians have taken Hungary now anyway. We want to try and finish off the Cherokee, because this will free up these armies here. So we have about 6-7 full stacks in operation now. They refuse to surrender once more, and we should be able to put the final coffin into the native Indians here today. And we've taken it. Sweet. And the Cherokee nations have been destroyed. The United States, most of the contiguous United States is under French and American occupation. How fantastic is that? But unfortunately, on that note, guys, it's time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching episode 4 of the Total War Empire Definitive Edition Darthmod Let's Play. In the next episode, we need to replenish, hold and repair our American territories. Yeah, there's a couple of outlines of territory we can take, maybe even some pirate nations down in the Caribbean. We've still got Texas we could take, maybe even some of the upper Canadian stuff. But back in Europe, it's crazy to see the Mughals have taken most of Spain. So we're going to have to throw back... How funny is this? Obviously, when the... it was Emirate of Cordoba, all them... There was that definitive battle in France, which really decided sort of Western Europe. It was a flashpoint in history. And now the French, once more, are going to be throwing back the Caliphates of Iberia. How crazy is that? We have to keep an eye on what's going on in the east as well. Prussia are starting to dominate over Austria. Poland might have a bit of a resurgence. We are allied with them. And the Dutch, and I still need to hold my territories in Germany as well. I can't wait to see how this series ends up. We still need 40 regions, which we're still well of a way from even having that American territory. And the territory we gained in continental Europe, we did lose that territory in India. So yeah, I don't know how, like, if they've got enough capacity, it's because they've just united India. Like, a united India is so hard to beat in this campaign because the resources are just so fruitful. They must be getting like crazy trade as well. So how will Simpzy do as France, as the Mughal Empire scourge sweeps across Europe? It's going to take the combined powers of French America, French Britannia, and Louis XIV. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know in the comment section down below your feedback for the series, and if you would like to see more, that's the best way to ensure more content. Leave a dislike if you're not enjoying the series. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Patreon and merchandise link in the description below, along with the Steam group. Come and join the community on Steam. And on that note, unfortunately, I have to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching once again. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye.